I'm Jeremy, and welcome to another episode of Practical IT. In the last episode, we left off with a newly installed CentOS 7 server. In this episode, we are going to pick up where we left off, and we're going to handle some post-installation tasks. And by the end of this episode, we will be able to connect to our new CentOS 7 server using SSH and be able to continue the examples using my terminal on my Mac so that we can adjust the text size so hopefully people are able to read it a little easier. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here we've got our CentOS 7 server. We're going to go ahead and clear the screen. And the first thing we want to do after we've logged in is we want to do yum update. Alright, it is finished grabbing updates and asking us to confirm that we want to install and telling us that the download size is 103 megabytes. We will answer with a Y and hit enter. And we'll answer yes again to retrieve the key. Now that that's finished up, we're going to install a couple of command line editors. We're going to install Nano and Vim. And again, we'll answer yes. Okay, I'll clear the screen again. It should be noted that CentOS does not come pre-installed with the Ifconfig command. So out of the box, you'd have to use the IP command to get your IP address information. And as you can see, the address for this virtual machine is set to 172.16.74.223. Broadcast for the network is 172.16.74.255. And so if we were to run ifconfig, we'll just be told command not found. Due to the reliance of so much material on the ifconfig command, we are going to go ahead and install it. Okay. Clear the screen again. If you wanted to see or change your network configuration file, to see your current network configuration file, you would first want to verify what your network adapter is being called. So we can do that in a couple of ways. Now that we've got the ifconfig command installed, we could do ifconfig. And we can see over here that we are configured on ENP0S3. ENP0S3. If we do the newer command ipaddr show, we also are told number 2 is ENP0S3. So the conclusion is we can view this less/etc/sys config/network scripts /ENP0S3, and it will give us a list of our configuration settings. We'll go ahead and quit out of that and clear our screen. Alright, and there's one other thing that I wanted to do in this video. We'll keep this fairly short, but I want to be able to connect to my CentOS or CentOS virtual machine via SSH on my Mac, so that I've got the ability to enlarge the text and hopefully give you, the viewers, a little bit better experience reading what I'm typing. So let's bring up the terminal from the Mac. And sure enough, we can say yes to accept the fingerprint and the password. And we are in. So then I can actually go ahead and make that full screen. clear that. And if we type who, we will see that root is connected locally and via another IP address. If we enter just W, it'll give us similar information in a little bit different format, a little bit additional information, login time, and then of course who am I is kind of redundant since we know, and we can see over here that we are root, but we will enter it just the same, and it tells us again that we are root. Okay, so that is going to wrap up our post installation tasks for this video. Keep in mind that we have not configured at this point a firewall or anything of that nature, and these are things that we would want to take a look at if we were going to use this virtual machine for more than demonstration purposes. For now, for what we're doing and not going out on the public internet other than to do updates with this, since it is a server and it has no graphical interface, we are all right. If you're going to put a server on the internet for anything more than doing updates, I would highly recommend setting up some basic firewall rules on your server VM so that you are just that much more protected. Now, with that being said, you should have a firewall in place for your overall network, and so with minimal services running, this should not be a huge issue, but it never hurts to have that extra peace of mind. We may very well look at that in a future set of videos. The next video we've got coming up is installing a web administration panel called Cockpit, and the demonstration that will follow on that will show that Cockpit does run on both Debian based and Red Hat based Linux distributions, so things like Ubuntu and CentOS will run it. I already have an Ubuntu box set up on my network, and the nifty thing about Cockpit is that it will allow you to administer multiple Linux machines, whether physical or virtual, from a login on a single machine, and it does that through the power of SSH, the secure shell. So, until next time, this is Jeremy signing out for Practical IT. If you liked this video, please comment, thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next video. Have a great day.